Held up
Watson
beautifully
with
there.
the intercept. She's thrown it to Parmenter. So that little battle won early on by Amy Parmenter, the Mavericks captain.
We're seeing the Harvey Norman replay. She read that beautifully, knew that Cara Conan would come out on the second phase receive and picked up that intercept.
A big step forward.
Obstruction
One more.
called against Courtney Bruce. Cardwell. And Jock, so they have the next centre pass. They have a chance to lock this up, the Melbourne Mavericks.
We know the Lightning last week trying to hit the seven.
Oh, now an intercept for Lewis. So both sides throwing the ball away. Jock does want to find Cardwell. She loves that space right in front. And she nails her first Suncorp super shot. And they're back within 2. So Lightning going after the super shot. So too the Mavs, and Elle Cardwell brings us back to all square. 18 apiece with 50 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Steph Fretwell in the background there with her shoe off, getting restrapped.
And Bachelor just misfires. Did have some issues last week. She came on late. Can she just cool the nerves here? Well, of course she can. That was a bullet from Lewis, wasn't it? They haven't quite got it there quick enough. And at the end of the first quarter, it is the Lightning. They led throughout. They lead by 2 thanks to Riley Bachelor's super shot in the final minute. Sunshine Coast Lightning with this first centre pass.
We see the contest straight away from Amy Parmenter off the centre pass.
Bachelor keeping her spot on the court with Steph Fretwell staying on the bench.
We might get Katrina around that bend to see if there is any injury there with Steph Fretwell.
It's very interesting, maybe just trying to give Bachelor some court time. You can see there Montana Holmes, their centre on the bench for the Mavericks, in for Molly Jovic. As you mentioned, Kira out with the concussion protocols again. Able to satisfy them again this week, unfortunately.
As we saw there on screen, the stats of the Melbourne Mavericks, both shooters at 100%. So the Sunshine Coast Lightning defensive unit hasn't affected any of the accuracies. We see a great contest and pick up there from the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Tara Hinchcliffe in everything.
Big pressure coming. Cassidy as well, but Jenner at the other end.
What you can do, I can do better, says Kim Jenner as she comes flying out.
Pressure came from Jenner. They've won it back again, the Mavericks. Well, Kim Jenner's having a game, isn't she? Enter. Cardwell would love to get herself in the super shot zone, and she does so. In prime position for Elle Cardwell. In Hobart, Melbourne Mavericks with first use of it in this third quarter, and Shimona Jock.
It's just for her own personal rev up.
Oh, through the fingertips of Conan, and Jenner comes up with it. Does she like this position? She does, and she nails it. And again by 5 in this quarter. Back one, the difference, Amy Parmenter. That's a captain's play. Holmes, Cardwell to put them in front for the first time.
Huge work there from Amy Parmenter. She tipped that ball, but not only did she do that, look at the intensity to chase that ball down.
And look for a mistake. Parmenter testing out the reflexes of Cardwell. Watson. And footwork. Just as it was in round 4, there was a footwork call late that went against the Lightning. And this invites the Mavericks once again to try and lock this one up.
Here's the challenge now for the Lightning. Can they get the ball back? And for the Mavericks, the same to score from. You feel this goal is really important in terms of the Mavericks' belief in going into these last 3 minutes of this match.
Won the difference. This was the call. Fretwell just couldn't get her feet right. Mavericks through Sinclair. Cardwell does get the call. Bruce came through. Gave away the contact penalty. We're all locked up. My. Fretwell sees black and spilled. The pressure too much for Bachelor. Parmenter and Manua. Fraser.
Running at everything here, the Sunshine Coast Lightning attacking the ball carrier.
Cardwell Sinclair got squeezed in there by Hinchliffe. They know they have the next centre past the Mavericks, so one would do for them. But Sinclair, he's going after two. Well, the Tasmanians, they're falling in love with the Mavericks. It's taken them some time to find their voice. They are right behind the team in blue.
Every player needs to stand up here from the Sunshine Coast Lightning if they're to stop this attack from the Melbourne Mavericks.
Oh, look at that contact from Bruce. Time ticking down. Sinclair to put them in front. What a turnaround again from the Mavericks. The Lightning have got 8 seconds. Watson contacted. Time has been held. Fretwell, she gets contacted. What are they going for? 1 or 2? Do they want extra time or do they want to win it?
This is huge for Fretwell, but she's
to win it, it bounces away. And the Mavericks, they have done it again. A stirring victory to keep their season alive. And just as it was in round 4, it's the Melbourne Mavericks who beat the Sunshine Coast Lightning by 1.